Rugby, the universal language of the Pacific, once again brings together those from lands afar to play the greatest game. Konnichiwa, hello and welcome to Ballymore Stadium in Brisbane for the 4th annual Saitama Queensland Shield, with the Queensland Reds hosting the Saitama Panasonic Wild Knights. Well, folks, the Jacarandas are blooming. It's springtime here in the River City, where it's shaping up to be a highly competitive and entertaining 80 minutes of rugby here at the National Rugby Training Centre. Martin Lippiett in commentary alongside his Wallaroo and Queensland Red, Kiri Barker. Kiri, great day for some rugby.
Yeah, it certainly is, Marty, and a really interesting fixture this afternoon. This relationship that has been fostering for a number of years between these two sides, and an opportunity for experience and youth to get out there on the field in the off-season.
Well, the relationship between the two, around 30 to 40 years in age, but this competition, it's their 4th year competing for the Shield, and it's been nothing but the Queensland Reds on that Shield since its inception back in 2022. But I tell you what, Kiri, I think the Wild Knights, they're going to be keen to have an impact, but will they be able to get the wood over the Reds, who beat them quite convincingly last week in Toowoomba?
Yeah, 59-19 last week in Toowoomba, and we take a look at the Red side lining up this afternoon. Sarah Uru in at 6. He'll co-captain alongside Isaac Henry in at 13. Xavier Rubens at 11 scored a hat-trick last week alongside Lockie Anderson, who returns from Australia A duties, and the youngster schoolboy Trayvon Pitchard on debut at 15.
Yeah, the bench looks pretty good for Les Kiss's side. Max Craig makes his long-awaited return from a foot injury. Harrison Usher, the winning premiership front rower from Bond University, he'll pack in alongside Jeff Tumunga Allen, Jack Brady and Zach Huff from UQ in the 19 and 20 jerseys. And then in the back line, Graham Urquhart, Finn Mackay and Hera Maya Murray. We jump it across the aisle. They've got wholesale changes across their match day 23. Kiri, run us through the Saitama Panasonic Wild Knights.
The Wild Knights, 10 changes to their starting lineup from the team that ran out in Toowoomba last week. We take a look at the back row. Ryota Hasigawa starts in at 6 alongside Lachlan Boshier in at 7. Viliami Kaipulu in at 8. No stranger to Australian rugby, former Wallaby and 2-time John Eales medalist Marika Korobetti starts in at 11 alongside Koki Takayama at 14, Tom Parton at the back at 15.
Plenty coming off the bench too. Nunumaki, Inagaki and Finau all remain coming off the bench here in this second match. Liam Mitchell, he was here 2 years ago. He'll be coming in at 19. Then on the bench, Onishi, Lee, Marks and Saito all moved from the starting 15 to the bench in preparation for today's game. Robbie Deans, their coach, he used to be anyway, the director of rugby. He's handed the reins over to Atsushi Kenazawa, who learned underneath Deans for many years. Beric Barnes too, former Australian, New South Wales heartthrob. Beric Barnes is now taking up his first full-time gig as a backs coach and will be heading back with the team across to Japan at the conclusion of this game. And it's been a good day here at Ballymore. We saw a wonderful match between the Reds and the Brumbies for the 16s. Reds getting the win as we get ready for our two teams to come out here at Ballymore, the National Rugby Training Centre. Slightly overcast, Kiri, but another great day for both sides.
Yeah, we heard from Les Kiss during the week just about how important these fixtures are in the off-season. The Reds fostering those relationships with teams in Japan. They have a tour coming up around Europe, and really, he said it unearths the talent, the youth and the talent that we have here in the Reds, and that opportunity to sort of bridge that gap before we get to Super Rugby and see what they can do.
And it was also very telling, speaking to Beric Barnes during the week, he did an interview to talk about how important not only for the Reds these games are, but also for Saitama, because they said that they don't get this level of competition until they're well and truly into the Japanese League One competition. So to have a hit out like this so early, and casting my eye across the Wild Knights match day 23, I think they're coming in with somewhere close to about 13 players that were playing in that semi-final loss at the beginning of this year in Japanese League One. So they, by all accounts, they've got quite a strong team today, and I think it's going to be a much different battle between these two sides. See both sides making their way out. Isaac Henry in the lead for the Reds. Atsushi Sakate running out for the Wild Knights. The capped Japan international, former Sunwolves player, playing with a lot of pride today. Mercury definitely high. We had some scorches in Brisbane this week, a very mild 39 degrees Celsius, which would have been a little bit of a handful. Our man in the middle with the whistle today, Mr. Damon Murphy, will be running us through the action here, but the Reds, they're 3-0, and they'll be looking to keep the Shield at Ballymore. George Myers, Jordan Way, his assistants. Harry McLaughlin-Phillips, who played his first game for the Reds in this very matchup a few seasons ago, will get us underway. Reds running right to left on screen. We are underway here at Ballymore for the 4th annual Saitama Queensland Shield. And it's going to be Marika Korembete with the first carry. 20 tries in 59 games for the Wallabies. An outstanding player and a real talisman of this side.
Hold, White, hold.
There's the exit from the Wild Knights, so a line out early doors here for the Reds.
Certainly will be a change in the way the Wild Knights approach this game. We heard from Les Kids during the week he was really happy with his side, with his outside backs and midfielders, just the way that they played with structure and also unstructured, the ability just to get that ball and play what's in front. The Wild Knights defensively will be looking to match that.
3. First throw hits the hands of young Charlie Brosnan. And now we find Vice Latu, one of 6 players today running out for the Reds, earning his first cap. Martin's in at half, finds one of the co-captains, Seru Uru. Big year for him. Australia and New Zealand 15, the Nations and First Pacific 15 against the Lions. Latu pops out the back for McLaughlin-Phillips, finds Faree on the short line. He's been wrapped up tidily by Boshia, but the hands will get the ball free, and the chip and chase from Martins will take a mark, and it's going to be Wild Knights ball inside the 22.
Well, again, you can just clearly see how the Reds are wanting to approach their attack. A number of offloads, plays out the back door, just trying to create that width, find those weak shoulders early on.
The line out here for the Reds on halfway.
Numbers, boys. 4, boys. 4. Stay
There's a
there.
bit of competition
Right, stay there.
up the front.
Stay here.
Faree found his man. It's another good take up high from Brosnan as McLaughlin-Phillips finds Latu. Latu,
Ball's there, play. Let it come.
4 uncapped games he played for the Reds over the Super Rugby Oz season. Quick tap and go now from Martins, and the young effervescent 9 has strided his way into the 22. I think that was Nick Bloomfield, the big front rower, backing him up. Uru can't get the offload away. Reds on the attack. McLaughlin-Phillips shows, goes, beats 2, gets a spin. Now the Reds within 5. Still here now for the home side. Uru picks and goes. Seru Uru can't get through. Martins. 1 out. Here we go. Lockie Anderson. Short. Now it's with Bloomfield. Bloomfield. Plenty of gumption. They're 1 metre away. Latu. Now Uru picks and goes. He's ricocheted back into the breakdown. His hands all over it. It's a turnover. Wild Knights ball.
Well, the lead up for the Reds certainly was special. The youngster Martin's in at 9. The quick tap and go worked wonderfully for them. And then the little offload. The Reds just getting to work really early on, applying that pressure phase after phase. The Wild Knights very lucky just to get it over that ball, get the penalty.
They missed an opportunity and gave away that penalty moments before. Martins goes away for that line-breaking run. It was all here for the Reds. But the Wild Knights, they're getting it done in this second opportunity here. Clean off the top for Hartengana. Now Kopoli goes in up to the 10-metre line. Tom Parton, former London Irish and Saracens fullback, gives it a big old kick and it's going to roll into touch. Lockie Anderson had to check over the shoulder there, Kiri. There were some very dangerous feet running towards him.
Just a bit too much on that one, and Lockie Anderson, there were dangerous feet running for him, but he certainly had a lot of time to wait for that ball to bounce.
With me, boys, over here. With me. Here it is. Here's your mark, let's go.
You can see just how dry and hot it is out there this afternoon. Hopefully the weather, not too much of an issue having played in Toowoomba last weekend.
Let's go, please.
Up in the granite belt. Brisbane has been gripped by a relatively dry period over the last 6-7 weeks. They forecast we might be getting a bit of rain moving into the next 2 or 3 days. But the staff at Ballymore have done a great job. Field's in good enough nick here for us to have a quality game of rugby. Latu for Martins, who cuts it back to McLaughlin Phillips. Now Pakeo breaks the line, gets the ball away and clear for Rubens. Back in for Pakeo. Inside the 5-metre. Reds on the march. Now it's with Faree. Faree gets grassed. Advantage being played here for the Reds. Martins. Latu. How many carries does that make for Latu? Now they're working it across towards the post. Is Bloomfield. Just short is the call from Murphy. Now the forwards rumble forward. Another penalty advantage given to the Reds. Uru can't get through either. Now they go again. They're shut down once more. They'll come back for the penalty.
The Reds with the advantage, but the pressure certainly building.
Time off, please. Time off. 2, white. Who gets this chuck checked? Hop down.
Natsushi Sakate.
Is it your head?
Sakate,
Yeah, so Jordy, it's a head knock.
he's got a bit of claret leaking over that white jersey. Could pick it a mile away.
Knock, yeah? Is that a head knock?
Another great line break from Rubens. Back in for Parker. They were close, but the Wild Knights, they rallied at the last moment.
It was a line break from Jay Puckaho that really got them started, and then just backing up again for that inside ball. And what a season the young player has been having. Really stepped up during Super Rugby. Certainly was noticeable when he returned to club rugby just how much of an impact that Super season had for him. He was instrumental for Brothers, eventuating in a place in the finals before going down to Bond University.
And this man, Kiri, during the week, I think he's, after a bit of speculation, it looks like the amazing Marika Corambetti has hung the international boots.
What a career he has had on the international stage. Just an electric winger, always so incredible to watch him play with ball in hand.
Found a home at the Wild Knights a few years ago, and he's been a huge part of their program. And I'd be very surprised if they didn't get the pleasure of having him for a few more seasons, because he's still such a live wire on the field. So Reds here with an attacking line out deep inside the Wild Knights 22. Faree goes long, but the ball's lost. Wild Knights with the possession. And another opportunity goes wanting for the Reds, and they'll have to have another go just 20 metres back.
Yeah, for the Reds, the weight of possession and territory very heavily favoured to the Queensland Reds in these opening 6 minutes, but just having a few issues about rounding off their set piece and their goal line attack.
Brosnan, a good option up front as Pacquiao takes the first carry. Here comes Faree. Martins goes himself. Sakate is bandaged up now and getting back to work.
Let him count balls there.
Martins out here for Henry. Henry, who's overcome some big injuries over the last couple of seasons as the ball is lost. It's going to be chipped ahead by the Wild Knights. And the youngster in Treon Pitchard will chase it down. And the Reds scrambling to regather the ball. They're now feeding it from inside their own half.
Yeah, again, just those errors creeping into the attack for the Reds. Really halting that continuity in a position where they're ultimately needing to come away with points.
0-0 here as we enter the 9th minute of play. The Reds battling from inside the 22, and they've given it away with a bow on top. It's the Wild Knights, ball in hand. Corin Bete on the wing. Here he goes, he bumps one, offloads back inside for Parton, and the Wild Knights are getting a penalty too, and Murphy's going to the pocket. It's cynical. Anderson's off. It's the Wild Knights inside the 22. Here come the visitors.
A complete swing of momentum. I think there were a few shocked faces. Damon accidentally pulled out the red card instead of the yellow and was about to put it up, but just a yellow card for Lockie Anderson.
That ball was gifted to the Wild Knights. The Reds unable to execute that play. Now it's a clean ball here for the Wild Knights. No points on the board as of yet, but the driving maul with the skipper, Sakate, is on the back. How he picks and goes, the skipper! He'll be turned around. Now the Wild Knights in close. Out here for Arso, switches it back. They're going out wide for Parton, and it's going to be the Wild Knights to score first. They're up by 5.
Well, Tom Parton just finishes off a lovely team try. The Wild Knights' first entry into the 22 and efficiently and effectively cross over the try line. You see here just the forward pack getting to work. You thought for him, all money. Sakate was over the line. The defense from the Reds to hold him out basically over that try line. Very valiant, but a quick shift to the right. Tom Parton opens up the scoring for the afternoon.
Tommy Parton started off the bench last week in Toowoomba into the match day squad.
20 seconds, mate, 20 seconds.
Big impact here. Wild Knights in the lead, 5 points to 0 over the Reds. Yamasawa looking for the extras. Great strike. It's the Wild Knights up 7 points to 0.
For the Wild Knights, just patience play off of their forwards, carrying strong, just maximising the errors from the Queensland Reds.
Back to the middle, McLaughlin Phillips will get them restarted. The Reds have been somewhat disjointed. Only 4 starting changes for this side. Looks like head coach Atsushi Kanazawa really did his homework in the 7-day turnaround. Hutton Garner, the former Rebels, the youngest player to ever wear a Rebels jersey. S.A. Hutton Garner. Now the youngster hasn't even finished high school. Trevon Pritchard, his first Reds cap. One of 2 players in this Red side that have already been inside a 2-year-long development contract. Little tip on from Faree, finds Cohen Herbert. Now Uru Gets the offload to nobody. Martins will get there first. Bats it on for Latu, who goes round the corner, pushes the pass. It's going to be a scrum here for the Wild Knights. Just pushing the passes at the moment, Kiri.
Yeah, again, the Reds, they're trying to play to width, trying to get those gaps in the defensive line with the offloads. You see here from Seru Iru, who's so good at getting his hands free and getting that offload away. Just needing the support there a bit earlier. As he mentioned, Marty Pritchard on debut will earn a cap for the Queensland Reds this afternoon. Fixture last week, an uncapped fixture. So a few players on debut, potentially as well on the bench.
You know a great stat. Match day 15 for the Wild Knights. Only 5 players under the age of 30. The Reds, I don't believe they have a single one under the age of 30. So a lot of seniority within these Wild Knights ranks. And you do wonder a little bit, Kiri. All the old heads have a few more experiences, a few more tricks up the sleeve over their young counterparts.
Yeah, they certainly will, but as we've heard, especially from the coaching staff throughout the week, this is the opportunity to get that youth out there, get that experience, enable them to make those mistakes and see what they can and can't do out on the field in an environment where they can grow and learn from it.
Miller, Sakate, Ivalu up against Blake Faree and Bloomfield. Big first push from the Wild Knights. It falls in. Murphy tells them to use it. Short side opening up. They're going to punch it through. On his own is Paco, but that is a tactically wonderful kick from the Wild Knights. It's the Reds with the defensive line out inside the 22.
Yeah, that's right. As you mentioned, Marty, tactically very great off of a scrum, slightly off centre from midfield.
How many, boys? 5.
Faree needs to hit his mark here. Up goes big Hamish Muller. Now Latu with the first carry. Crawley looking for the turnover, won't find it. Martins works it back, chops it ahead. It'll go into the second row on the eastern stand. Wild Knights with the line out feared up on halfway.
Just watch your numbers there, right? I think that one you might have had 6. You might have had 6 in the last one. That's why, just double check. Yeah. Stay, white.
Craig Miller having a good yarn there with Taman Murphy. Him and fellow prop Asueli Hovalu coming fresh into the matchday squad today. Wild Knights ball. Now they've got the free stroke. Penalty advantage. Hatangana gets it out here for Parton, who gives it to Takayama, who chips it out on the full. Penalty will not be played. And they'll come back to the mark.
You see the difference in the two styles of play. The Wild Knights playing a lot more structured, a lot more patient and traditional. Shifting wide, strong carry, then back the other way.
Yamasawa.
Do you understand when I say you got advantage? Yeah. If I say you got advantage for penalty, yeah? Just so I can play.
Just a little bit of clarity there from the referee. Always interesting with a few international teams coming around. There's language barriers. Rugby obviously is played all over the world, so the referees sometimes just needing to make sure the players understand.
I think it harks back a little bit too, and I said in the pre-game that rugby's been a universal language in the Pacific, so I think if Mr. Murphy just gets his hand signals right, everyone should be
That's right.
everyone should be fully across what's happening. Another punchy line out. Harden Garner brings it down. It's back here for Sakate. Coming off the wing is Corin Bete. He'll go for a big roly-poly before Uru steals it away. The Reds co-captain coming up with the clutch players. Harry McLaughlin-Phillips
You're offside.
kicks it long. There's a penalty to be played here.
Make sure your last man's feet, please.
Hagihara will be done for being offside. So a clearance kick turns into a penalty.
Harry McLaughlin Phillips, another one of these young players who has just been going from strength to strength in this Reds franchise, also returning from Australia A duties.
Pretty tough spot in the Reds to be a fly half at the moment.
Certainly is.
Carter Gordon returning to the fray from the Gold Coast Titans of the NRL. Tom Liner as well in the mix. Will breed some good competition as we see another risky offload from the Reds. Managed to find its mark. Martins will kick from behind. They're still down to 14 players. Lockie Anderson in the bin as the Reds, with Hamish Muller in the lead, don't get as much pay, but back-to-back box kicks from Martin. Finds Parton out the back. Now the fullback. Sends it long. Now they'll link up. Oh, Pritchard gets the offload off the deck to Pakeho. And the Wild Knights are hitting with some real venom. Latu. Great hands from the Reds, open it up. Uru's on the right-hand side, gives the ball away now for Rubens, who's charging forward, chips it ahead. Oh, and he's going to catch it outside of the 22 going in. I don't know if the letter of the law, that is a mark. And the ball won't find touch. Herbert finds Pakeho, who under the beaming Brisbane sun decides to run it hard and straight. Martins has a pot of forwards waiting. And it'll be George Blake who takes the lead. The ball is called. Will Blake be able to get this one free?
Let it come. Here it comes. Slow ball.
It's there for Martins. He's in digging. He'll go to the boot again. He was underneath it. Won't get there. Parton will first. Better end over end. Another little punchy kick from Yamasawa. The kick passes on. The bounce could have been better for Arso. Henry gets there first and he gets clattered by Oki Barnard. The 200-centimetre tall lock who's continuing to cause a bit of havoc at the breakdown. 20 minutes in, it's the Wild Knights up by 7. And the Reds once again under siege inside their 22. There's Bloomfield. Made his big comeback last week after a knee injury, which kept him out for the majority of 2025. Now McLaughlin Phillips hacks one over the top. There's a raft of Wild Knights waiting. Takeyama kicks it in behind. Oh! I think they're underestimating how firm this Ballymore pitch is, Kiri. 7-8 weeks of no rain has made Brisbane quite a bouncy place.
Yeah, it's a bit cruel, the bounce of the football. Just looks like they're aiming for that upper left corner for the 50-22. But again, unfortunately, a bit too much on that one.
Lockie Anderson back on the field. It's 15 on 15. The Wild Knights found 7 points in his absence. As we come back to the scrum. This game is worlds away from the match we saw 7 days ago in Toowoomba. Who can hold the pace as we head towards half-time? Better scrum from the Reds. They're getting a march along this time. Murphy gives them the penalty advantage. Pakeho. McLaughlin Phillips couldn't get the timing right for Pritchard, but they'll take the opportunity centre park.
You got a scrum penalty here, or you got a back line offside up there. Which one are you going to take? Cool. Give me the mark, Jordy. Back line, leaving early offside. Right.
Felt like that one was a bit of a no-brainer.
Again for the Reds, just not able to quite tie their attack together at the moment. These little passes that they're trying to create, these line breaks off of just finding either the inside shoulder or the outside shoulder of the player receiving at the moment. But I think once the Reds get that ball firmly in control and those offloads going, it's really going to work for them in the attack.
Faree finds Muller up the front as Herbert fires a missile towards Pakeho, who takes the first carry post set piece. Back to Faree, who gets chopped by Barnard underneath. And Blake will lose it. And the Reds, once again, Kerry, that has to be the 5th entry into the 22 for no points.
Yeah, the error rate. It's a bit of an issue for the Queensland Reds at the moment.
Time off.
It's obviously been something that they've talked about, having this license to play this unstructured style of attack that they're trying to put that out there on the field at the moment. And it is a great opportunity for them to do so. So, as we mentioned a bit earlier, once they start to tie that skill set together a bit more, I think they'll get a lot of payoff of the way that they're trying to attack at the moment.
And obviously, Kerry's very, very hot in Brisbane, and as per World Rugby law regulations, we will be taking those drink breaks every 20 minutes just to give the players on field a bit of a break, as we have a couple of looks at the fans in the stands here. The new McLean stand at the National Rugby Training Centre. It's been a great addition. I think they actually played the first game back at Ballymore after quite a long break of representative football. They get there in the end. It was actually between these two sides a few years ago, which was pretty exciting.
A really great display of rugby again, second weekend in a row. Last weekend in Toowoomba was this fixture as well, uncapped, as well as a showcase from the USA Sevens, the Aussie Sevens and the New Zealand Sevens. As I've heard, it was a really great weekend. About 2,000 strong crowd there in Toowoomba. So really great to be able to get out to those regional areas and put on a display of some really great rugby.
Another big push from the Reds, and it's back-to-back penalties. I'm not sure what's changed in the equation, but the Reds are finding an avenue to attack. The question is, what are they going to go for here, Kerry? We need to find some points. They'll go to the line out, have another crack.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a maul variation in this play here.
Wild Knights not wasting any opportunities. Now the Reds, they form it up, but they're being herded towards the sideline. Now it's, oh wow, Faree got absolutely clattered by Kapuli. Holy smokes. Now Martins, quick ball out here for Uru. The forwards still having a crack. Getting close, crowd's getting loud. The Reds have to throw more bodies at it to keep it on their side. Now they pick and go again, it's Blake, Martins. Open doors, Pakeo's through. Reds score and they're trailing by 2.
Well, they certainly had to go through the tougher avenue to get there, but the Reds are finally on the board for the afternoon. Joe Pakeho, he has had a hand in many a play this afternoon. He has certainly been busy. The forward pack condensing the Wild Knights defence, and Pakeho, one off from Martins, crosses the line.
We can add that he beat Marika to get across the try line to the CV. But now McLaughlin Phillips puts it through. We're all tied up 26 minutes in.
Tell you what, if you wanted an introduction to contact, stand up against the Wild Knights. They have put on some absolute hits in this first half.
Some big bodies. They've come out with some real intent. They very quickly silenced anybody that thought this game was going to be a one-sided affair. Very warm conditions here in Brisbane, the River City. 7-all. Yamasawa gets us back underway. Finds Latu.
It's outside, George.
It's tackled cleanly by Barnard. There's Muller. Reds back inside the 22. McLaughlin Phillips saves the day as Pritchard, the 17-year-old, getting his first official Reds cap from Churchy in Brisbane's Inner East. What a big day it is for him. Pakeho. Muller has put on 8 kilos this year. The big workhorse. Will we see him get a Reds contract in the near future? Time will tell. Harry McLaughlin Phillips sends it long. And his opposite, Yamasawa, will chip and chase over the top as the 2-10s collide. It'll be the Queensland Reds who come up with the ball. Blake.
What's going on, Hughes?
Martins takes his time before loosing the box kick down. Great take out the back by Takeyama. Evades a couple. Loose ball, grabbed by the Reds. It's there for Faree. Well, they'll swing it to the midfield. Good hands from Martins, and the young 9 is slicing up the middle. Pops it off the deck. Here's Uru looking for someone to come along with him. Flings it out to the right-hand side. Finds the returned Lockie Anderson. Now Henry. Ball out here for Latu, who throws it back inside. Henry gets the ricocheted ball. Now Uru. Ball on his hip, goes down. The Wild Knights trying to steal it, but they won't get there as Blake grabs it from his bootlaces. Martin, short ball for Anderson. Anderson scuttles through. The Reds take the lead.
Anderson just staying in it, making up from the yellow card a bit earlier. Lovely little short ball from Martins. Finds Anderson on the fly. We thought he was tackled, but he gets up and goes again. The line pressure from the Wild Knights, very good. But Lockie Anderson just doing so well to stay on his feet.
Man who scored, I can't remember how many, it was the last Reds home game of the year. I think he scored 4, was it 5? Was it 4?
I think it was 5.
I think it was 5, because I remember joking that you'd need another hand to do it. But what a player Lockie Anderson is. McLaughlin Phillips can't find it. It's the Reds up by 5. Lockie Anderson, Kiri, a real storied player. The Anzac 15 side, former Australian Sevens, Rebels. And he's found a home at the Reds. Recently got married too this year, so it's been a big 2025 for the Reds winger. So just on 10 minutes left here in the first half. It's the Reds which have swung momentum and the score back in their favour.
Stay low, stay low.
Wild Knights will be looking to hit back shore. Contestable restart from Yamasawa. Plenty of bodies underneath it. It's going to be Brosnan.
Ball's there, you.
Keeps his cool, looking into the afternoon sun, and grabs it for his team.
Yes,
Martins. Another box kick. It's been a popular option for the 9 today. Yamasawa just chops it in behind. Easy one for Martins. He'll take the mark.
Stay,
Before he
ball.
unleashes a big old kick to find Parton on the opposing 22. Here come the Wild Knights.
Inside.
Another attacking kick. It's going to run long, too long. And this lesson has not been absorbed yet. And the Reds will say thank you very much.
Yeah, again, Takeyama in that top left corner,
Up here,
just
lads.
having a world of trouble to angle that ball for the 50-22.
Mark, set, let's go, please.
They might not be too used to playing on so much dirt.
It's just hard earth, and you've got to give them credit. Over in the Japanese League One competition, they keep those fields in such a beautiful manicured state. There's a little bit more sponge, a little bit more give, but that's part of the game. You have to play to the conditions. It's hot, it's dry. And both teams barely separated on the scoreboard. But it's the Reds finding ascendancy at scrum time as Martins takes the quick run, chops it in behind. It's going to bounce to the corner. Parton in a world of hurt here. He's been rustled behind the try line. And that is a good net result for the Queensland Reds.
Well, I think it almost meant the other way for Partons. He was hoping that the bounce would drop over the dead ball line, but unfortunately it held up. And defensively, the Reds did well to push up. I really like the way that they've been attacking at the moment. It is somewhat unconventional, but just the shorter, shallower kicks that they're putting through, pushing up defensively, trying to force those errors.
Same again.
You think the big takeaway, the difference in the kicking styles, Kiri, we're seeing the Wild Knights kicks, they're just punching them a little bit too flat and hard, but the Reds are more, they're putting just a little bit loft and they're trying to stop them on a mark, which has been the big difference in the kicking games.
Yeah, the Wild Knights, that typical structure, playing territory down the other end. And the Reds just opting at the moment to wanting to play a bit more of an open style, ball running rugby. It's really nice to see.
There's your mark. Hey, I'll get headspace. Just do your job, yeah? There's your mark.
Well, wherever you're tuning in from around the world, folks, be it locally here in Australia, in Japan, or anywhere else, thank you for your company this afternoon. This is the Saitama Queensland Shield, its fourth instalment between the Queensland Reds, who hail from the Super Rugby Pacific competition, and the Saitama Panasonic Wild Knights, who play in Japanese League One competition. Now the Reds marching forward. Latu dribbles it through, and the number 8, with his first Reds cap ever, will score the try. So we see a little bit of hand service coming. Both teams getting stuck in. A couple of former teammates in Anderson and Harden Garner.
The Wild Knights have been under all sorts of pressure at scrum time, and for the Reds, could have been a number of people who put the ball down, but Latu, the recipient, of a very well done maul and a few hugs after the scrum as well.
I think there was some words exchanged between the youngster Nick Bloomfield and Ivalu, because one half of the Wild Knights front row ended up on one side and the other half ended up on the other. So now McLaughlin Phillips, 1 from 2. A little bit wider this time. All the better for it. It's the Reds in the lead, 19 points to 7 as we head towards halftime.
The Reds just extending that lead, and we are starting to see the repercussions of the attack that they're playing with and getting those little 1%ers right.
So 3 tries to 1 in favour of the Queensland Reds. Wild Knights. They'll get the ball here.
White ball. Here's your mark. Let's go, boys. Mark, set, white. Let's pack the scrum. Let's go, boys.
So a big moment here for the Wild Knights scrum. They have been on the back foot for the last 20 minutes. They are in desperate need of a clean ball coming out the back.
Crouch! Bind!
4 minutes on the clock. The Wild Knights jump on the offense. Korombetti with the first carry. Here comes Barnard round the corner. The towering lock. Hagihara gets the ball out here for Taniyama. Now they're moving quick. Korombetti here for Parton. Gets the ball out for Takayama. Hangana getting close and personal on the Wild Knights. Kampuli inside 5. They're lining up around the corner. Arso. They're going to keep going over to the eastern side. Here's Hangana again. The Reds scrambling in defence.
It's your own player. Use 9.
At the back for Yamasawa. Yamasawa! Crosses over. The Wild Knights strike back.
Well, the Wild Knights just pure, strong ball running on display in their attack, just shifting that defensive line from side to side. Yamasawa looks to pass and just spots an inch of a gap and goes himself.
Whenever they've been at this end of the field, they looked so good. And their points to 22 entry ratio is looking a lot better than the Reds today. They've just got to get themselves into that red zone. And here's the try scorer, looking to add 2 more. Takuya Yamasawa. Just off to the right, sends it over the black mark. It's the Wild Knights now, trailing 14 points to 19.
The Wild Knights, they've just got such strong ball runners in their forwards. Aki Barnard, Hangana, Kaipuli, drawing in so many defenders, and it's just opening up that space for the backs to attack.
There's only 6 players in this Wild Knights side that were here 2 years ago when the Reds defeated them. So, very different looking squad than that of 2023.
Tackle now.
Plenty of punch.
Advantage.
As the visitors
9, you got advantage.
with penalty advantage, they're just behind the 10. They mount the attack. The chip and chase is there. But they'll come back for the penalty.
1 red offside. 1 red offside.
The time is ticking away here in the second half. Yamasawa, if he can get a good kick away here, there might be enough time for them to launch one last little attack. And that is a hell of a kick.
Monster kick down the field. Just a really fantastic attacking position for the Wild Knights to round out this first half.
Danger stations here for the Queensland Reds. Wild Knights with the last roll of the dice before half time. The ball's long. Faree grabs it.
It's time now, yeah. It's time
The
now.
hooter sounds, and the Reds have escaped the first half with the lead. As both teams head to the sheds, Reds 19, Wild Knights 14. Plenty of action to come here, folks. Stay with us. The halftime breakdown coming up in just a moment.
I won't give you a card, I'm sweaty. How are you, Luke?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Half-time here at Ballymore. It is the Saitama Queensland Shield match between the Queensland Reds and the Saitama Panasonic Wild Knights. Martin Lippi in commentary. Kiri Barker, an entertaining first half. Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, it really has been, and you're seeing two different styles of attack right now. The Wild Knights, a lot more traditional, hard running, using the backs out wide, and the Reds really just trying to play expansive offload game.
And straight off the bat, it was the Wild Knights that came out swinging. A great bit of set piece leads to a great try for the fullback.
It was just a simple shift to find Tom Parton out wide, and thought for all money the Reds would have scored first. Had a number of entries into the 22 leading up to this, but a swing of momentum, and the Wild Knights opened up the scoring account first.
And it took about 15 minutes, Kiri, but then the Reds, they came roaring into the contest.
Just getting their attack under control and roaring. Dre Pakiho.
And some great hands here from Blake, gets them set up, and once again it is the Reds backline. Martin's the little tip off here to Lockie Anderson, who returned from his yellow card, scrambles across for try number 2, and then it was a special try for a man on debut.
Yeah, Latu at the back of a scrum. The Wild Knights under all sorts of pressure at scrum time. They had the penalty advantage, but it wasn't needed. Latu dots that one down.
And the Wild Knights, they were looking a little bit down, but they were definitely not out. They spread their wings again. This time it was the playmaker, Takuya Yamasawa, to score to keep his team within reach minutes before half-time. And the state of affairs as the teams take a well-earned break here at half-time is the Queensland Reds in the lead, 19 points to 14. 3 tries, plays 2. An amazing 40 minutes to come, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half of this Saitama Queensland Shield in just a moment. Welcome back to Ballymore, folks. It is the second half of the Saitama Queensland Shield. Home side, the Queensland Reds have a narrow lead, 19 points to 14. Who will be on top come full time? You're going to have to wait and see. Martin Lippitt in commentary alongside his Wallaroo Queensland Red back rower, Kiri Barker. Kiri, what's your appraisal of the opening 40?
It certainly has been a really exciting opening 40. I'm really liking what both sides are bringing attacking-wise in this opening half. So looking forward to seeing more of it in the second half. The Reds obviously have been given a bit of a license just to play what's in front, use this youth and inexperience and fearlessness that comes with being young and energetic. So I'm excited to see what the second half brings.
Well, yes, it's going to be uphill for both sides. Maybe a relatively friendly competition between these two outside of their regular competitions. But let's be honest, Kiri, post-match beers when they're both watching the Cherry Blossoms take on the Wallabies, I think you'd want to be in the winning circle for that one. But we'll get back into the action. It is Wild Knights kicking off to the Reds. Damon Murphy, our man in charge for this afternoon. This very hot afternoon in Brisbane. He'll get the green light from Uru and Henry. We are back underway here at Ballymore. 40 minutes to go. Wild Knights, Reds, let's go. Latu won't get a hand to that one. It'll shoot right between the legs. It'll be a Reds line out behind the 22. Interesting way to start the game.
Yeah, a good start for the Wild Knights to compete. I'm not sure if there's just a bit of miscommunication off of the kickoff to who actually was in a position to receive it.
Hamish Muller, family breeds stock horses in rural Queensland. Uru quickly down for Martins, and now McLaughlin Phillips off the right. Will send it long and into touch here on the western side.
As you mentioned, Marty, Wallabies take on Japan after this. There is a watch party at Ballymore for those that are able to stay and have a view, and I'm sure the Reds would love to hold on to the Queensland Saitama Shield.
Yeah, great crowd out here today. Bit of rugby in the springtime. Perfect for the family to come down. I know many a crew that are here today. Now they're moving out right. Parton gives the ball here for Takayama. Takayama will eventually be brought down by Rubens. Hagihara out quickly. And now the Wild Knights looking lethal. Barnard out here for Korombete. Korombete bumps off Martins. Anderson needs to get involved to bring the starry winger down. Great hands. Yamasawa gets it out here. Aso. Speed from Taniyama. Now it's with Parton. The offload's good. Takayama gets another one away, and the Wild Knights have crossed into the corner. The hit and spin was excellent.
An exceptional start from the Wild Knights, just so crisp and strong in attack. They're playing edge to edge. Lovely pass out the back door, finds Aso. And then just the shift to Taniyama. Takayama also having a hand in it, and then a little offload to the big forward out on the right-hand side.
I think that's Lockie Boshier, former Chiefs and Taranaki, New Zealand under-20s player. Yamasawa from out wide will go out to the left. It's all tied up here at Ballymore, 19 points apiece.
Ball in hand, Wild Knights so threatening. It's really sharp, steady, fast attacking play. As you mentioned earlier, Marty, Beric Barnes has come on board as their backs coach, and wealthy stock and the coaching staff for the Wild Knights, and could certainly see paying off.
Wild Knights, they've been the first to score in both halves. Let's see if they can buck the trend and score for a second time. It's 3 tries all, and there's Boshier. First try score of the second half. He'll carry in this set. Martin Garner straightens. Down low was Muller, and Uru was up high as the Reds look to turn it over, and they do. Latu here for Henry, who stomps his way towards the 22. Uru gets clattered by Kaipuli. Now penalty advantage here for the Reds. Muller, McLaughlin Phillips, Papakeho, great speed, Pritchard cuts through. Reds retake the lead.
Oh, what a moment for the youngster on debut. A lovely little line from him off the back of a sharp backline play. Great response from the Queensland Reds. Just conceded the try. Pakeho with an unbelievable offload. Just freeing up that left hand. Out the back to Pritchard on the fly.
30 seconds, sir.
17 years old, scoring against a phenomenal side. What a way for young Mr. Pritchard to mark his final years of schooling. Now McLaughlin Phillips from out wide. It's a good strike. And the flags go up. Reds back in the lead by 7. Big shift there for Pritchard, Kiri. I think last week was the second or third time in his entire playing career he's actually played an 80-minute length game. And I think you underestimate how young that man is. He's only 17 years old.
Well, he's doing it with one nostril at the moment.
18, I beg your pardon, 18.
He must have got a bit of a knock in the first half, so...
Hope there's a good photo. His first try for the Reds with a nice bit of gauze up the nostril.
Use!
Martins. To Muller, who's flanked by Faree and Blake. They're outside the 22. The 9, he'll go high and shallow. Plenty of work to do here.
Advantage, knock on.
It's been knocked on by Parton, who quickly gets back to his feet. Uru, a little goosey, goes into host of players. He'll lose it forward. It's going to be picked up by Bloomfield. I was waiting for that one. Never as a front rower had an easier run.
It's nothing people love to see more than a front rower in a bit of space.
Couldn't hear. Did you say something?
Fortunately not to be this time.
46 minutes down. Fair contest up high. Both outside backs. In it to win it. Erie would have liked to have seen him get that pass away. They had some numbers out to the left.
Well, for Uru, he frees up his hands every single time he runs into contact. He's looking for that support player on the fly. And there's just no one around him in that case.
Sorry, I was mesmerised. Bloomfield had the good right to left as well pass after the line break. It was, oh.
We'd have a clear gap, yeah? Both of you have a clear gap before we set, yeah? So, anyone? I need to see a gap, yeah?
So the scrumming equation remains the same from the opening 40. The Reds as a whole,
boys, please.
definitely the better of the two, earning multiple penalties. What teachings has the halftime break brought for both sides?
Set! Balls there, play.
Agihara out quickly. So now back here. Yamasawa works it out for Parton. Gets it over the 10. Now they're picking and going. The Reds' defensive line continues to go backwards. Wild Knights getting to work. They've gotten it into the hands of Tanayama. He is brought down very quickly. Agihara Ooh, danger stations. Yamasawa gets it free. Kurambete with the flick pass. Now Barnard. Now Parton punches it in behind. Pritchard is there. All by himself, the youngster. What can he muster? He stalls for time as his support players make their way in. He's done well. Pakeho off the left. Our usual kicker, would head coach Les Kiss say, but they'll take what they can get. It's the Wild Knights with the line out just inside the 22.
The Reds just holding on to a narrow lead, but seems to be the swing of momentum to the Wild Knights in this second half, just starting to open up a lot more with their attack.
With packs condensed, it's a great line out. Harton Garner brings it down. There, has the ball at the back. Arso tips it away. Apuli. Now the Wild Knights playing in the tight quarters. Barnard grabs it from in front. He'll lose it though. Now Pakeho. Free. Oh, and it's a shot on Anderson, but there's a knock-on advantage to be played. The Wild Knights have come out with a renewed sense of urgency.
Well, Marika Korobetti, we've seen it time and time again. For a winger, he certainly can put on a hit. Exceptional timing.
Keep the gap, keep the gap, keep the gap. Let's go, Mark, set, let's go. Everyone in, please. Gap, boys, gap. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Reds in the lead. 26-19. Feeding that scrum. Martins has to watch it disappear.
It's just going around, boys.
The Wild Knights are unlucky there. They found some ascendancy. Just a little bit too late.
So, boys, we spoke about the sheds. You've got to see both sides of the scrum go forward, yeah? That's gone clearly around the corner. Okay, come over the side now. Yeah, I'll come over here.
Yeah, their set piece an issue in the first half, but they seem to have sorted out those worries.
Keep the gap, yeah? Keep the gap. Let's go.
But you should see, especially when the Wild Knights reserve bench comes on, Nunamaki, Shunsuke Nunamaki, formerly Sunwolves, Japan Captain International, and the 53 capped Japanese front row, Keita Inagaki. What impact he'll have. As McLaughlin Phillips tries his hand at taking it to the line. He'll cross the 22 as the Reds forwards are tasked to continue grinding. Martins gets it away. It's been touched though by Kaipuli on the way through. Clean take for Parton. And the fullback will chip and chase. It'll fall for Muller though. George Blake. Here's Brosnan. Family hails from Tulloon in West Queensland. And now the Reds have overshot it. And that one will sting.
Line out, boys.
Yeah, Martin's just in the back of the ruck there. He's been quite sharp off the boot all afternoon, but slightly overcooked that one. Another exceptional young talent. It's an exciting time to be a Queensland Reds fan, Marty. Just to see all the youth, and not just youth, Queensland youth coming through and how talented they are.
Absolutely, Kiri. Wonderful crowd out here to watch it today, both young and old. Rugby is strong in this part of the world as the Wild Knights cruise forward. Hasakawa gets the offload to Barnard. Within 5, the Wild Knights.
No.
Ivalu. Short ball for Miller.
Okay, Tackle release.
Hagihara out here. They're looking for a way through Aso. Hagihara looks right. Looking for the short ball on the left. Kai Puli goes in. He's shut down. Ball spits out. Hagihara quickly away for Harton Gunner. 54 down. As Kai Puli takes the settler. Numbers out onto the left. There's a knock on in the middle of it all. They had the spread out left, Kerry. You could see them. Yamasawa was pleading for the ball.
Yeah, Carl, come inside now. Scrum.
Yeah, an unfortunate error
One white.
for the Wild
red,
Knights,
time
as you
off.
mentioned.
3
Yamasawa
red, 1 right sub.
knew exactly where it needed to go, but the knock on in the ruck there.
He had everyone outside of him, all the big strike weapons. The ball is lost as we start to see substitutions hitting the park on both sides. It's the front rows
Here's your mark, let's go.
who are being subbed
Boys,
first.
here's your mark.
Here.
Gap, please. Here's your mark. That's from my hours ago. You're not a doctor.
Two very experienced heads going mono here on the near side. 53 cap for Japan. Keita Inagaki in jersey 17. The infamous JTA, Jeffrey Tsumanga Allen.
Bang!
Hurricanes, Wasps, Ulster, Reds, New Zealand.
Collapsing.
The battle we're going to get to witness on this near side, Kiri. Right side for the cameras too.
Yeah, the change in the front row be one to the Reds, who find themselves out of the danger zone.
Time off. 3 white. Sub.
Valu heading off the park too. Coming on here is Lasala Finau.
5 boys. Hang on, hold. Hang on. Stop. Relax. Just wait.
Changes are plenty. It looks
Yeah,
like
time,
Pritchard's
time.
coming off. He's leaking a bit of claret. Roaring applause too. I don't know if he's off for the game, but
Good.
he's going to get some
Time on.
patchwork done. Another good line out for the Reds as McLaughlin Phillips feed it out for Henry and then Latu. The chip over the top. They found some free real estate and the ball will bounce back beautifully for Dre Pakeho.
Tackle now. Ball's there, play.
Latu. Big shift for the number 8 today.
That's right. The ball's there, play.
Martins, McLaughlin Phillips, Jeremiah Murray on the field for the Reds. Now some room here for Henry. Switches underneath for Uru, who's tackled instantly by Hasegawa. Blake. Now the Reds, some fresh legs, helping them find some momentum. Oh, McLaughlin Phillips reads it brilliantly. Still here for the 10. Now Faree in the tram tracks. Faree's away. Back inside for Martins. And the Reds respond with a great try.
The opportunistic style of play for the Reds paying off, as we just see Martins was opting to the referee that he hadn't yet put the ball down. He was hoping to get it a bit closer under the sticks, but either way, it's 5 points on the board. And this really started off the back of Harry McLaughlin Phillips just holding up that ball beautifully. The decoy runners pulling in those defenders, and he finds that space out wide down that left-hand edge. The pass back inside to Martins, just wonderfully.
And we can't forget Theo Faree, just the classic hooker seagulling in the tram tracks. Big job to do. But from absolutely nothing, the Reds launch a great attack. Another try. And the conversion is good too. But Kiri, let's just take another look, another moment to understand the play that just unfolded.
Yeah, again, as we see here, that decoy runner there and Cohen Herbert pulls in the defenders, and Harry Lachlan-McPhillip just slips out that back door, and by holding that ball up, he creates all that space down that left-hand channel. Really smart play from the number 10.
You've got to admire the courage too. The Wild Knights have not been short of a big hit. And even though it was half a second, that half a second can be absolutely lethal for a playmaker. Restart here. Masawa drops it to Latu, who carries it over the 22. It's the Reds. Finding more go for it. Harry McLaughlin-Phillips. Oh, and there's the knock on from Latu. Korombete flings it out the back.
By White in the tackle first.
Oh, there you go.
Red ball.
Reds at the moment, Kiri, they're not too many things are fouling their game.
Here's your mark, let's go.
And as you mentioned earlier in the game, Marty, this battle at number 10 that the Queensland Reds are about to embark on, and the age-old saying iron sharpens iron. So McLaughlin-Phillips in some fine form and be matching up Carter Gordon, Tom Liner in Wallabies camp at the moment.
Well, that's the thing. Tom Liner's, he's not playing at the moment. Bit of a hamstring injury, I believe. Carter Gordon's been expressed in. And there was obviously a lot of speculation. They knew that the 10s ranks at Queensland was good. You could have picked any of the other franchises, but Carter Gordon, a local boy, went to school at BBC in Toowong. My God, that's a lot of claret. Obviously from the Sunshine Coast, and he never wanted to be too far away from the southeast corner. So in a lot of ways, and it's not a bad thing too that the future Wallabies coach is going to be here and keeping a watchful eye on him. So it's a very interesting, and as you said, iron sharpening iron 100%. I think it should breed a lot of confidence into Queensland Reds and Australian rugby fans that the house is starting to look pretty good as we head towards that Home World Cup in 2027.
That's exactly right. It has been a contentious position, as we've seen this year alone, a number of changes in that Wallabies 10 jersey. So competition is firing and very healthy.
Loving the battle here between Inagaki and Kumagaya.
Let's go, please.
You just see on the sideline, Sushi Sakate receiving bulk strapping. Just to be cut on his head somewhere.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
The scrum holds. Martins, with penalty advantage, will sprint up this narrow side in front of the fans. Chips it ahead. It's the 9 trying to beat Marika through. Martins! Oh, it was quite the task to outrun Korombete. But I tell you what, he gave it a hell of a shake.
Oh, this is just something special from James Martins, and just the energy and opportunity off the back of a scrum to scoot down that blind hand side, go yourself, put a chip kick through and chase it all the way down against a very formidable international player.
Murray gives the way for Latu, who winds up again. You heard the wince from the crowd. Now McLaughlin-Phillips, very flat pass to Muller. Play on is the call. Blake, backdoors, McLaughlin-Phillips. Herbert, head down, gets them over the 10. Jamarga Allen runs in tall. Somehow gets that ball away to Faree. McLaughlin-Phillips goes himself, but a trio of Wild Knights stop him in his spot. Heaving carry from Latu. Slow ball here for Martins. Jamunga Allen's inside for Blake. They were waiting for him. Now a turnover.
Every breakdown, Non. Every breakdown. Every breakdown.
Damon Murphy having just a bit of enough of the talk back from Martins, but as all good nines like to communicate at all times.
But I've warned him. Every breakdown, he's whinging, having a go at me. Next time he'll go to the bin, yeah? Yeah, have a chat to him. Every single breakdown. Oh yeah, go have a chat. Time's still off. Wait, time's off. Time off. 2 white, 9 white, sub. 2 white, 9 white.
So a few subs now. Looks like the Wild Knights skipper, Sakate, is back on the field. With a headgear worth of tape. Back half on the field for the Reds. And diamonds in play, rocks in chat.
Yeah, James Martin's receiving a warning from the referee. And
Stay red.
we talk about the competition in 10. Now we open up the conversation about the competition in number 9.
Well, James Martins, obviously son of Henty Martins. Dad was a Springbok, so some rugby pedigree in those veins. I'm just not old enough to remember if his dad was as chatty on the park, but I'm sure Jim Tucker from the Reds will let me know. So a few subs here too. 21 jersey, Kumsu Lee, who gets his first kick away from the rear of a breakdown as Lockie Anderson spins away after taking a stellar kick up high. Uru. Another grinding hit. And now a second turnover.
Clearly on the ball.
Over the top. Suki Onishi
Holding.
getting it done. The on-ballers making their presence felt. 15 minutes to go. 14 points the difference. And the Wild Knights will be kicking their way deep into Reds territory.
Yamasama kicks for the corner, about 5 out. Kumsu Lee fresh onto the field. The half-back position. It's almost going to go a quick tap and go.
Feeling hungry?
Always.
6 boys, 6.
Great little spread out here. Drinks and food at Ballymore as Barnard takes it up high. The Wild Knights driving maul.
Stay there, don't chase him.
Starting to edge its way forward. Murphy's told them to use it. Lee gets it out. Now they're playing it round the corner. The set piece is tidy, but Parton gets wrapped up. Here they are charging. Great pass from Taniyama. They're going for the corner. And Koki Takayama will sail through. Here come the Wild Knights.
The Wild Knights just patient and poised. Again, this sharp backline play really causing a world of trouble for the Queensland Reds. Takayama out wide, had a fair bit to do. Just lovely drawing in those defenders in that midfield, and the finish is exceptional.
Henry had a good shot at trying to stop the Japan capped international Koki
20
Takayama,
seconds, mate.
and he was unable to do so. This is a really big kick here for Yamasawa. Whole lot of real estate between him and the posts. Here he goes. Great strike from the 10. Oh, and it's good. They're trailing by 7. 13 minutes left on the clock.
Fantastic kick to Kuya Yamasawa. And just a really experienced head in there in that back line of the Wild Knights. He's remaining patient, looking up, seeing what's in front of him, and then executing.
Finn Mackay. Another player
Play on.
getting his first Reds cap. The Reds have brought it back. They've regained the ball. Martins. Here's with Mackay. Murray gets it away for Henry. Henry steps one, steps two. Isaac Henry looking dangerous.
No, out wide.
Some big frames on the field.
Advantage is breakdowns form.
Penalty advantage here. The Reds playing with free money. There's Uru. Martins switches it back inside. Huff can't get to it.
Rucks form, hands, boys. Rucks form, hands.
Steady hands are required.
Take a shot. Yep.
There's a whole raft of players.
Go, mate. Yep.
Whole raft of players have come off the bench, and an important one here, Max Craig, who's been out with a bad injury for most of the year, making his return to the game just in time to watch Finn Mackay put his team back ahead
20 now.
by more than a converted try. Mackay gets it, and we've seen a whole raft of players come on. Finn Mackay, Zach Huff, Jack Brady in the 19 jersey, Harrison Usher from the Bond Bull Sharks down to the Gold Coast, all on the field, Kiri, all getting their first Reds cap.
Finn Mackay, another youngster. Was a standout in the match last week.
Well, I think their value, him and Pritchard's value, is indicated quite early. Even before this, they've been locked into a 2-year developmental contract with the Reds, so they had it right. Oh, the timing was wrong on that one.
Hasn't gone 10. Option.
So back to the middle, and Liam Mitchell has missed it by 1 foot.
Over here.
11 minutes left
Over
here.
boys.
Reds up by 10.
Scrum. Red ball. Here's your mark.
The real question is, Kiri, is Martin's going to be able to hold his tongue for the next 10 minutes?
Well, I don't think he has much of a choice.
He could go down in a blaze of glory. Just might hurt the team.
It's just the skill set of the halfback, isn't it?
You're saying we shouldn't blame them? Martins. Out here for Mackay. Big double pump, but Murray can't hold on to it. Now Korembete will scoop it up, offloads it away as the Wild Knights launch a vicious counter-attack. Oh, Murray, that ball was ugly for him. Pacquiao will get it. He'll heave it downfield, but there are a mountain of players not onside. Takayama. Aso. Oh, now they're working it out to that right-hand side. The settler as players begin to reorganise. Lee. Yamasawa has had a good game in at 10 today.
No.
Oh, that was not there to be taken, Zach Huff.
Clearly leaning, and then you played the ball on your feet.
Well, Zacko, he looks surprised by the penalty, but there's about 4 bodies underneath him that he was leaning on.
So a big opportunity here for the Wild Knights. We're in the last 8 minutes of play. They're down by 10. It's a 2-score effort to retake this lead. A lead which they gave up all the way back in the 25th minute of this game. They've been patient, they have toiled. But there's still a bit of work to do. There's the take out the back from Mitchell. Sky high. Oh, but they've lost it forward.
Here's your mark.
He's a towering figure, is Liam Mitchell.
Let's go, boys. Mark.
198 centimetres, 112 kilos. Red scrum. New look front rows on both sides. Who will have the advantage? Martins puts it in. It holds for the Reds as Martin darts away on the short side. He's got support, but he's going to put it on the shoe. Oh, that's got a lot of heat. Is it going to stop for the 9? Oh, no. Let's bring it on back, folks.
Oh, again, adventurous from Martins. This one not quite paying off like his previous play. Again, down this left-hand blind side.
No, he took the ball before it
and the
happened.
nudge through. Xavier Rubens also scooted around to the blind side, but I think he did so just a little bit too early. The ball hadn't yet come out the back of the scrums, and Rubens, obviously a set-piece play, wanting to go down that blind side, arrives just a little bit too early and pulls those defenders over with him.
Just a bunch of young kids, too excited, Kiri.
Sometimes that produces the best kind of rugby.
Absolutely. But here we are, folks. 6 minutes remain. Wild Knights back with the ball, 40 out. 5 tries in the first half, 4 tries here in the second.
Here's your mark. Same again, both sides, stability. We spoke about the shed, Jeff.
Still enough time here for an upset.
Yep. Let's hold the gap, please. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Big shove from the Reds, but it falls away to the side as the Wild Knights backline tries to get the go forward with Takayama. Back door here for Yamasawa, but it's going to be scooped up. Jeremiah Murray's there first. And the Reds outside back carries them into Wild Knights territory. Jumunga Allen with the kick straight into the breadbasket for the Wild Knights, and now they're about face as Finn Mackay has to loose a kick. Jeffrey Jumunga Allen might have lost his kicking license with that one.
He's seen the backs doing it for 75 minutes, just wanted a piece of the action. A little chip kick through, unfortunately, has landed straight into the breadbasket of the Wild Knights.
I think the problem with the Queensland Reds and forwards kicking is that Harry Wilson's so good at it that it instills a level of confidence that they really shouldn't have.
It's the evolution of the front rower. They can do everything.
Oh, imagine one kicking for goal. Now it's the Wild Knights doing it all themselves, and it is a blitzing play. Maurice Marks is through, but he is dragged into touch by Xavier Rubens. Exceptional rugby union.
It certainly is. The clutch play from Xavier Rubens.
Let's go, come on. Numbers. Let's go. 4, boys.
And the Reds line out. A bit scrappy, the ball went long. That's with Martins hunting for the exit. All he'll find is Korembete. Now Korembete, the big skip as he runs into the middle of the field. Massive shot from Brosnan. Uru, a fellow native Fijian, probably giving him a few words of inspiration. On this short side, back here for Mitchell, the towering lock. Wild Knights back here for Mitchell again. Nowhere to offload. It's another cracking shot. This time it's Lockie Anderson, the Reds outside backs, working overtime here in the dying minutes of the match. Bicycle box kick from Lee. Murray will grab it before Mitchell reins him in as the Reds regather the ball inside the 22. Mitchell gets his big mitts in the way. Oh, and a knock on.
Takuya Yamasawa, he has been a pillar for this side all afternoon, and just unfortunately in the dying minutes with the error.
About 90 seconds remain here. The Queensland Reds in the lead, 36-26. It's been an epic battle between these two sides. The Wild Knights off to an early lead, would give it up midway through the first half. They would re-tie the game in the opening minutes, 19 all in the second half, before the Reds went bang bang and pulled ahead. Wild Knights were the last team to score, but there's still enough time in this game for that margin to shrink.
Well, if you were up for an exciting game of rugby this afternoon, you've certainly got it. There have been some exceptional tries on display, a little bit of everything as well.
There's definitely been a sense of urgency from both of these teams. People can talk about it just being an off-season fixture. It doesn't matter, but the intent from both of these sides. It's the last hit out for the Reds in 2025. I believe they've got a couple of trial games early next year. One confirmed with the Force, another one yet to come. But for the Wild Knights, they're on the build-up now. Their season kicks off in the weeks and months to come. So this is a valuable learning experience for them as they get ready to try and do one better. In Japanese League One, they did win Conference B in the 24-5 season, but went down in the semi-final to the Kobe Steelers 22-17. They're looking to have a big year. We see a change at halfback. Graham Urquhart from Brothers on the field. In his first cap as a Queensland Red, as Anderson nearly runs out of space. Mackay with the haphazard chip over the top. Oh, would you believe it? That's a 50-22. Stop it.
An incredible kick from the youngster. I tell you what.
If he's not smiling right now.
The young talent on display this afternoon has been exceptional. 79th minute. Fresh, not so much fresh, few minutes onto the field. In the heat of the moment, defense on you to be able to kick a 50-22.
He's ice cold. Now the Reds looking to ice this one off. A try now will finish it on a high. As Huff appears, they're within 5. The opportunities have been few and far between. There's Brady. Now Craig picks and goes. Huff, little show, little go. It's the Reds' game to play out. Ball spits out here. It's with Urquhart, who gets hammered by Wild Knight forwards. Craig. The Reds looking to ice this one. Brady, one out. Oh, but it's been snatched mid-flight. Here for the Wild Knights. They chip over the top. Oh, Marika.
I can't. There's a double knock-on. There's 2 knock-ons.
There's players down everywhere.
First knock-on ball, white scrum, white ball.
We won't be doing anything. Atsushi Sakate is down. He looks to be in a bit of pain here too.
The guy getting treatment for the Wild Knights to the right.
Let's go, boys. Same again. Mark's here.
He's been in the wars. He's had to have a jersey change too.
Mark's over here. Here's your mark. Yep.
Been a battling game for many of these players. Full-time siren sounds in the background.
Crouch!
What will the Wild Knights do?
Set!
Lee puts it in, pulls it out. They're not done yet, folks. Playing for pride, the Wild Knights. Inside their own 22, they give it to Mitchell. Working it through the hands.
Tackle!
On a hammering carry from Maurice Marks. Mitchell backdoor. Great hands from Yamasawa. Now they'll cross over the field. Good hands again. Takayama gets the pass. Free and clear. They're up over the 22. The Reds have stolen it. Mackay to Munga Allen. Back to Mackay. Huff. Triple cutout. Finds Pakeho. Pakeho with the big right step. Offloads at mid-contact. Herbert. Now Huff. Huff. Inside pack to the Wild Knights. The game won't quit. Saito with the ball there. Tired bodies. Not willing to give it up cheaply.
Let it come. Turnover's good.
And the Reds have turned it over again. Pakeho. They know it's their last run for this season. Rubens with the long place. Mackay chances the hand, the crossfield kick. It's with Marika who takes the mark. What does Marika do?
Up here, up here, up here, up here. Come up here.
Duffs it downfield. We're getting a show. It's out on the full. And an entertaining game comes to a close. It's victory for the Queensland Reds. They retain the Saitama Queensland Shield for a fourth consecutive year. Final score at Ballymore, Reds 36, Wild Knights 26. It's a game that had a bit of everything, Kerry, and so many highs and lows.
A really exciting game of rugby on display this afternoon for the Wild Knights. They look to be in a really healthy place coming into their season. For the Queensland Reds, obviously had a license just to play, be themselves. The talent on display this afternoon. Les Kiss is so great at just not bolstering down his young players and too much structure and just letting their natural talent shine through, and that really was on display this afternoon.
Well, 5 tries in the first half, but our second half it had plenty of action too. 4 tries scored, and once again, Kiri, it was the Wild Knights to strike first.
The Wild Knights came into the second half absolutely firing. Just this really crisp backline play from the Wild Knights. Finally, Parton out wide, finds Takayama, and Boschia with a little bit of a specky right in the corner.
And the Reds, they returned fire a few minutes later, coming through with just a superb try on this left-hand side. The young man on debut, 18 years old, Pritchard scores. What a way to mark his first run in a red jersey. And then this one here, it was special. Started with McLaughlin Phillips.
Yeah, Harry McLaughlin Phillips just weighing up that pass, holding up that slight bit, finds the space on the left-hand side with Fury, and the pass back into Martins, who strides away.
And then the Reds, they got themselves into a strong position, but the Wild Knights didn't go away. Back line working so well, creating room, creating space, and then a dazzling finisher for Takayama. But then it would be the Reds who would get the last laugh here. This penalty goal putting them just far enough ahead to make life pretty difficult for the Wild Knights. So a high-scoring game here. It's 5 tries, plays 4, some great goal kicking as well. It's the Reds with the win, 36-26, retaining the Saitama Panasonic Shield. What an afternoon it's been, folks. There's still plenty of rugby action coming your way. The Wallabies and the Cherry Blossoms, Australia v Japan, will be kicking off very soon. Make sure you tune into that one. I know everyone at Ballymore, Kiri, they'll be watching eagerly.
Yes, Ballymore will be having a big screen up for Wallabies v Japan. Almost like an exciting curtain raiser this was for the big one coming up next, and a lot in it this afternoon between those two sides, so exciting times.
Well, folks, that does us here at Ballymore. The Reds season is done for 2025, but the Wild Knights, they're just starting. There's, in a few weeks' time, Japanese League One getting started. Big thank you to the Reds and the Wild Knights for a great performance. And you, Q Barker, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, guys, that's it. Our show is done and dusted. It's been a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so much for your company. Reds get the win, but the Wild Knights, they've got so much potential. Make sure you follow their journey back in Japanese League One. My name is Martin Lippier. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you around the bend.